Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of the LitRPG podcast. My name is Ramon Mejia, and I'm your normal host, and I have a special, wonderful episode for you this week. We have a wonderfully special event with two authors that have joined me for this live broadcast, even though nobody's probably watching live. This is going to be our very first LitRPG showdown. We have two authors entering the ring of LitRPG goodness. Only one's going to leave the winner, and we're going to declare them at the podcast end of the week the author of the week. So it's some very high stakes here, folks. Thank you for joining me again. Now, the two authors that will be joining this week are both legends in their own rights. They've written multiple books, hundreds of thousands of words. They're masters of their craft, in my opinion. In one corner, all the way from Russia, we have the man who needs no introduction. He's the man of 1,000 words, the author of The Way of the Shaman series, Galacticon, and the Dark Herbalist series, which is his latest one. We have Vasily Mahanenko.
Hi, everyone.
Hi, everyone. And in the other corner of the world, all the way from Atlanta, Georgia, we have the American father of LitRPG himself, the author of the Land, I call it the Land series. He calls it the Chaos Seed series. We are out of dispute there. He's been promoting LitRPG as much as possible. We have the man, the myth, the legend, the doctor of love himself, Aleron Kong.
What's up, everyone? What's up, everybody?
Everybody. And of course, joining us as a special translator in case there are any translation issues that need to be made in Russian, we have Simon Vale from Magic Dome Books.
Oh, don't mind me. I'm just here to watch.
Hopefully, like the rest of the audience will be at some point. Okay, folks, so here's the game. It's a very simple rules, and you guys get to decide the winner. You'll be voting each round who answers you like the best on Twitter at LitRPG Podcast. So we have a poll set up there for you guys to go and vote on. But we have 3 rounds for you guys to watch. They're all going to be fun, hopefully. In our first round, called Debate Ideas and Topics, each author is going to be given a topic or a question. They'll be giving an answer, and you guys get to decide which you like the best. It's as simple as that. In round 2, we have role-playing questions. And no, folks, it's not that kind of role-playing. In this case, each author will be given a particular role-playing scenario, and they'll have to come up with an answer. And again, you guys get to vote on which answer you like the best. It's not about the best answer. It's about which one you like the most. So you guys get to decide the winner. We'll have a couple of those questions. And then in our last and final round, round 3, which to me is going to be the most fun, I think. It's the improv game section. Each author is going to have the task of creating the best, the most genuine, the most heart-wrenching LitRPG story in 3 sentences. That's right, folks. This is going to be a test of writing and story creating skill on their part. And if anybody ever shows up live, we can ask them for their participation. So that is going to be wonderful if we can get audience participation as well. And additionally, at the very end, we'll ask them to do something weird or funny, and you guys get to vote on, of course, who you think is the best there as well. So we're going to begin the program right here, right now, with our very first topic, debate topic. It is the fundamental question: what is LitRPG? And we're going to begin with Vasily Mahanenko. So, Vasily, what is LitRPG?
Well, the first thing I have to say that everyone, sorry for my English, because like it have to be. So I use sometimes I will use Valerian, Simon to help me. Now about LitRPG. What is this? There is no answer in Russia still about this question. Someone thinks that the books which have some characteristics in these. Someone think which write about computer game. Someone thinks another, and no one have the single opinion about this rule. What about me? I think the LitRPG is know that there is 2 words. It's a reality and virtuality, and sometimes they consist in one world, reality and virtuality in one world, and we called it RPG, for example. For example, dark world. But as for me, LitRPG, it's a genre in which everyone understands that there is a virtuality, reality, and they sometimes some kind of combine between.
Okay. Thank you, Vasily Michael, for your answer. And again, this is new for us as well, folks. If there's some technical difficulties, you'll have to bear with us. We're all in different parts of the world. So thank you very much. So now it's Aleron Kong's turn to answer the question. Again, a fundamental part, and nobody seems to have the same answer, so this should be fun. Aleron, what is LitRPG?
Hey, what's up, man? So when I first read LitRPG, it was like something I've been waiting for my whole life, and I think a lot of people that get into it feel the same way. We've tried to define it a couple of times in the group, and we had these like 2 commandments that came up, and basically it's that there's some sort of explicitly stated progression, as in like a role-playing game, but also that, you know, it involves some sort of game world. I think those are like really good guidelines to sort of get us there, but it's also evolving a lot. I mean, we've had a lot of new stories that have come out recently. I don't know, maybe it's just like that old Supreme Court justice ruling where, like, you know, I don't know how to define porn, but I know when I'm really seeing it. And like, you know, I feel like maybe it doesn't need exactly as, you know, 100% strict definition, but you know it when you're reading it because you feel like you're playing a video game when you're reading these books. And I don't know, that's what LitRPG is.
Okay. Thank you very much, sir. I appreciate that that answer. It came through the stream a little bit better than Vasily's, but that's a technical issue, and I will not give my opinion on it. I'm just the host here, folks. You guys get to decide again. Go to LitRPG podcast on Twitter, and you can vote for yourself whose answer you think is the best. Now, because at about 12 minutes into this, we're going to move on to our next section because we want to keep this at about a half an hour length. So we're going to go into our role-playing questions, folks. Okay, we're going to start off with one answer, and again, each author is going to get the same scenario, and they have to come up with their answer. Now, again, if anyone in the audience wants to contribute, they can. They can suggest a particular class or character that the author will use. But again, if nobody answers, that's okay. We can still get really good answers from the authors. We're going to begin with Aleron Kong first this time around. And let's see which one we're going to choose. The numbers, random number generator is going to, there we go, number 1. How weird.
Mm-hmm.
Here's the scenario. You come to a bridge and you need to get to the other side. But as you get nearer, there's a troll who's guarding it. You look closely and you see it's a female troll, and a rather ugly one at that, which is amazing because trolls are ugly in general.
Yeah.
The troll demands a fee for crossing the bridge. Unfortunately, you are dead broke, my friend. Now she winks at you and says, hey, well, maybe we can come to some kind of arrangement with the very, lascivious, sexy wink at you, my friend. And what do you do, Aleron Kong? Go.
Well, like in any fight, if there's somebody that's bigger than you, you kind of just like let it happen at first, and then as soon as they turn their back, you hit them in the head with a rock. I feel like this would be a good thing too, and then you just start running, especially if there's somebody smaller or slower than you. I feel like this would work really well. But yeah, I mean, sometimes you just got to take one for the team, but ideally you've got a buddy there who can take one for you. That's what I say.
That is totally an answer. Thank you very much for that. Now on to Vasily Mahanenko. Same question, same scenario. What do you do, sir?
As I understand, troll is female. Is she pretty?
No, not at all. She is absolutely horrible. She looks like she was ran over 3 days ago and hasn't regenerated fully yet. So,
is we in virtual world?
No, not a virtual world. We'll say this is a fantasy world, and you just happen to exist in it.
Have I enough alcohol?
Hey, you can have anything you want with you. You can have alcohol. We haven't set any restrictions. The audience has
First of all,
yeah.
If I have to go through this troll, there is no unpretty woman, even troll. And so if I pass, oh my God, no, yes, no. Well, did you see the film Shrek or the movie Shrek?
Yeah.
And there was a donkey and dragon in it. Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
I always wonder how they do this and how they create children, really. So troll is something amazing, something big, something terrible, like a dragon from Shrek. And I will be like a monkey if I have to pass through this troll. Okay, a couple of bottle of strong vodka, and she will be prettiest woman. And oh my God, what I say?
Okay. Well, thank you for that answer. And just to clarify for the audience, he said bottles of alcohol.
Yeah, I'd like to add vodka to my answer. Vodka's good. Yeah.
Vodka. Okay. So not yeah. So there you go, folks. That's their clarification. You have two distinct answers. Aleron plans to get her into a vulnerable position and then backstab her with a rock. Vasily Mahanenko tends to drink it up and take one. Well, I guess he'll be giving one for the team. I don't know how to describe that, but still, you guys at home get to decide the winner, which answer you like better. Again, go vote on Twitter.
Troll, you see, troll is the strongest creature. So if I take her in my party, it will help me next. Someone next.
And he thinks he's going to get a buff if he does this. So those are very interesting. Thank you very much. Looks like we'll have time for one more little RPG scenario, RPG scenario, and then we'll move on to our last round. It's going by quickly. Okay, one more. Okay, so spin the random number generator, folks. Okay, let's see. Here we go. An infamous lich visits your group unannounced and said he's very sorry for everything evil he's ever done and wants to make up for his evil deeds. He's promised you a magical item if you help him. What do you do, Aleron Kong?
Help him do what? Just help him anything? Help him across the street?
Help him repent and make up for his evil deeds.
I mean, that sounds like a win-win. You know, everyone makes mistakes. You know, we've got a lot of, you know, weird choices for presidency over here, and they got to be president. I mean, I feel like a lich can be a nice guy. So there you go. I mean, hey, anyone can change, right? I mean, I just slept with a troll. I'm not really one to judge. So, yeah.
Okay. Thank you very much for that answer. He chose the path of redemption. Very interesting. Okay. Vasily Mahanenko, your turn again. The question is, a lich visits you and your group. He says he's sorry. He wants to repent and make up for his evil deeds. He promises you a magical item if you help him. What do you do, Vasily Mahanenko?
First of all, I already have a troll, yeah?
Okay.
So I'll check him using my female troll. He thinks like me. It will be perfect party.
Okay, so let me just make sure I understand you correctly. Your sexual prowess has tamed this female troll, and now you're using her as a living weapon against the undead lich. Is that correct? Is that what I'm getting from you? Yeah. Okay.
Why not?
Yeah.
That is some role playing right there. I gotta say, this is. Whoa, that's some stuff. Okay, folks, again, you guys get to vote at home. I won't give my opinion. You guys go to decide. We'll have a couple days. We'll tally up the votes, and I'll tell you about on the next regular LitRPG podcast who won those particular rounds. We are going to move on to our third and final round, though, folks, the improv games. Okay, Our first game is going to be called 3 Lines, ladies and gentlemen. Each author must create a lit RPG story in just 3 lines or sentences. And again, we'll have a time frame here, folks. So you can't just talk for 20 minutes about one run-on sentence. Okay. Your story has to be a reasonable length here. Okay. And I will be giving you a object that you have to include in your story, since we don't have any suggestions from the audience at this point. And the object is going to be microphone. There you go, microphone. You have to use the word microphone in your lit RPG story, and I'll give you guys a couple minutes to think about what you're going to be saying. And again, 3 sentences to write your lit RPG story. In the meantime, I'll be talking to the audience, letting them know again all the wonderful places they can find the podcast and the show. You can find our website at litrpgpodcast.com, where we'll have on the front page a review of this particular video podcast, and of course, the Twitter polls attached to it as well. Ladies and gentlemen, of course, vote on Twitter. You could be watching this live on YouTube, ladies and gentlemen. We threw you the links. I know it's early for you here in the United States. It's 8 a.m. on the West Coast and other places. But don't worry, next time we do this, it'll be live and at a slightly better time schedule for you. So if you guys are ready, you have your answers, you have your story thought about Aleron, Vasily? Yeah? Okay, looks like the contestants are ready, ladies and gentlemen. And we're going to, again, begin with Aleron Kong. Sir, what is your 3-sentence lit RPG story using the word microphone?
Dungeon Master Kong speaks into the microphone to the trapped, hostile captives turned into elves, warriors, magi. Only one survives in the morning. Okay.
Thank you very much for your lit RPG story. I was hoping for some rhymes to be dropped on that microphone myself, but no judgments. There you go. Okay. Vasily Mahanenko, if you're ready. Sir, what is your 3-sentence lit RPG story using the word microphone?
I need a little more time because I have to translate it. Because first, looking at the people in the dungeon screaming into the microphone, raid leader. No one came to him.
Okay, is that all? Is that all 3 of your sentences?
Yep.
Okay, perfect. Then, okay, ladies and gentlemen, we have 3 stories. You 2 stories from different authors, 3 sentences each. You guys will vote which one you like the best, and that'll be it for that particular improv game. I wasn't sure what I was expecting. It was very interesting, I gotta say. We might change the games later, but now we have one more game, the physical comedy routine. This is just a nice, fun way to wrap up the episode and the event, ladies and gentlemen. Again, normally we would ask for suggestions for the audience, but nobody's really watching this particular first version, which is fine. So I will come up with, on second thought, I will have our one audience member who's a guest in the audience, Simon Vale, decide what he would like the authors to do. He can suggest either a particular face or a pose that both authors will have to do, and the audience will vote to see which one they enjoy. So Simon, what are you picking, sir?
Well, I'm not wearing pants, so I prefer face kind of thing.
Face?
I don't know, man. That might get you more points.
I fell into it.
Put it down.
Okay, now, well, let's try, I think, the scariest face you can make. If someone really run from the monitor away from us, you win.
Okay, so this is Simon has been nice enough to participate in a particular game. He's choosing the authors make their scariest face possible. And this time we're going to begin with Vasily Mahanenko. Sir, make your scariest face for the audience.
Scariest
face.
No, I can't do it right now, but
okay, hey, that's pretty decent. I first thought isn't that just like your normal scary face? Are you saying you normally look scary? But that second one is quite decent. Thank you very much.
I had to pick Honey, I guess. Considering the troll.
Oh, that's the face he made when he was with the troll. Okay, that seems perfectly reasonable to me. Okay, next up, Aleron, make your scariest face, sir.
Let's see. I don't know. I got it.
There you go, folks. We have our screen capture for the entire episode. That's it, right? That's the face you'll see when you watch this. Okay, folks, that's it. I mean, our game is simple. It's done. We're under half an hour, folks. I hope you've enjoyed watching our authors have fun together and show everybody that this is a large lit RPG community, no matter where you are in the world, whether you're in Russia or the United States or anywhere else. We're all bound together by our love of a particular genre, lit RPG. And we love it, and we thank you all for joining us. And before we go, we're going to give each author an opportunity to talk about and promote anything they want to. We are going to begin with Vasily Mahanenko. Was there anything you wanted to promote, sir? Did you want to talk about it real quick? Are you working on anything you want to talk about or promote your website or anything?
Не хочешь ли что-нибудь подвигать, рассказать про что-нибудь, над чем ты работаешь, или что-нибудь, про что-нибудь рассказать из своих проектов?
Thank you, Simon.
Dark Paladin.
This year will be a second Dark Paladin in Amazon. Will be the 6th and the 7th book of Shaman.
Yep.
I believe it will be this year.
So there you go, folks.
After this, next year I will translate Bard. It's a fanfic for Shaman. Was written by a female author. We write it together, but she was the main author of this. And next year I will translate it in English and show everyone. It used mechanics from Barleona and some main characters from it. And after this, next year, I will create the third Dark Paladin and the second Galactagon.
Oh, good. So I'm glad to see we're going to get Galactagon eventually, even if it's going to be next year. So thank you very much for letting us know about that information, sir. Aleron Kong, is there anything you want to promote?
Nick Paudel just finished the book 1 audiobook, which is pretty great. You can check that out. And I made a hour-long free clip on YouTube, and book 7 will probably be out in about a month.
That is a very good turnaround, I have to say. And I believe he's already working on book 2, 3 at this point.
Yeah, no, he's actually already working on book 4 again now, man. He's a machine.
See, there you go. We have a whole nice long stream of audiobooks coming out from the Land series in addition to the written works coming out. And I know everyone is looking forward to seeing the next Land, the Chaos Seed series book. I call it the Land. I'm sorry, man.
Yeah,
coming out any books as soon as possible. So thank you very much, guys, for joining us. And of course, thank you, Simon, for helping translate. I knew we were going to use at least one instance where you were going to be useful and necessary. And it came out to be 2. So thank you, man. And of course, Simon Bell from Magic Dome Books, who does a lot of the translating of Russian literature, LitRPG into English run. So thank you very much. Go visit them as well. And of course, there's me, Ramon here from the LitRPG Podcast. You can visit me there at, just add a .com at the end, or visit me on Facebook, Twitter, wherever else. We got plenty of fun stuff for you folks. And hopefully there are going to be people here who watch and live and next time, and we can make this a regular event with different authors from around the world, or at least the United States. We don't know. This is a test for us, but thank you folks for listening and watching. And from the bottom of our hearts, thank you for supporting us and all of the stuff that we do. It really does help each one of us to make this a passionate love of us. So thanks, folks. Until we can see you again, remember to go read some LitRPG. Goodbye, everybody.
Thanks, Ramon. Nice meeting you guys.
Bye. Thanks.
Thank you, everyone.